Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. To all the UFC fans screaming, robbed, robbed, Francis was robbed. It's a corrupt system. Boxing is corrupt to its core. It's all lost. Francis Ngannou is the real winner. They all favored Tyson Fury because he's the world champion and they didn't want a freaking new fighter from UFC to win a belt, to win a world title of the heavyweight champion. No, he was scammed. It's because you guys are habitual of watching Roman Colosseum fights, which involves blood, gore, bone breaks, and brutal kick knockouts and hell freaking chokes and all. Including me, I'm a UFC lover. I am an MMA coach, by the way. I love freaking UFC. And for us, boxing is a little too queer to watch. So we are incapable of understanding something as queer as boxing. Sorry to say. Not that there is anything wrong with being queer. It's just that it's a bit mellow. Now, the facts that I'm gonna show is gonna rupture the cloaca of all the UFC fans and they're gonna shit blood for the rest of this video. And our brain hurts more than Tyson's concussed head at the third round when he fell. When we even think of the idea of doing math. And boxing is all math. It's all math. And it's not just numbers. It's fairly calculated. Very fairly calculated math. Now let's look at the stats round by round. Round number 1. So both of the fighters are pretty good, pretty fresh, so they fought good. Tyson Fury tried to test Francis Ngannou, and Ngannou was in his game, by the way. He just threw good punches, good power punches. So yeah, that's how boxing is evaluated. From jabs to power punches, then total punches. The ratio of punches thrown to punches landed. This is how boxing is calculated. So round number 1, Tyson Fury had more accuracy, because he threw 17 jabs out of which 8 landed, threw 8 power punches out of which 3 landed, and in total threw 25 punches and 11 landed. So his average became 44.0%. Now let's go to Francis Ngannou. And Francis Ngannou threw 14 jabs out of which 3 landed and threw 9 power punches out of which 3 landed. So his total became 6 out of 23 punches that he has thrown. Only 6 landed. Hence, his total score in percentage became 26.1%, which is lesser than 45% of Tyson Fury. So this round went to Tyson Fury. This is how they calculate boxing. You probably wouldn't even notice 25 punches has thrown. 11 have landed. Did you even saw those 11 punches that landed? In grand total, 17 punches landed on each other's face. Normal dudes like you wouldn't even have seen 90% of the punches. Now round 2. So in this fight, Francis Ngannou seemed a little active. He was throwing good punches. He was really active. His footwork is good. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, mellowed down. He was playing more defensive. He threw jab, jab, jab and cross. And whenever Francis retaliated with a strong punch, he just used to go in and hug him again and again. And during the whole fight, I just saw Tyson Fury pulling his Gypsy King shots up over and over again. I was wondering why the hell nobody noticed before the fight that we should tighten this shots up, we should get him a size. Then I realized Tyson Fury's it's a bit different. Tyson Fury's crease was kind of way above his ending on his back. So it's like his flat, there is no meat on it, and the freaking lower back has meat on it. It's just weird. And that's why while fighting, while moving, his shots kept on dropping and he kept on picking it up during the whole freaking fight. So Tyson in the whole freaking round kept on hugging Francis Ngannou and kept on rubbing his face on his sweaty chest hairs. In the whole fight, Tyson Fury threw 25 punches, out of which only 7 landed. And in the whole fight, Francis Ngannou threw 19 punches, out of which 6 landed. So there's a huge difference here. Francis Ngannou won this fight because his percentage was 31.6. And Fury's percentage was 28%. There you go. This is how it is calculated. Next round, third round. The most fascinating round because everybody thought it's over. It's game over for Tyson Fury because he fell. You only noticed one power hook of Francis Ngannou. Francis threw 4 power punches. You didn't see all those 3 power punches. You only saw and remember the 1 power punch on which Tyson Fury fell. And you know how many Tyson Fury threw punches which landed? 1. Yep, there was 1 from Tyson Fury. Again, in grand total, Tyson threw 18 punches, out of which 1 landed. And Ngannou threw 18 punches, out of which 7 landed. So there was a huge difference. So this round went to Francis Ngannou again. Now comes the fourth round. Same story. Tyson was a bit tired. Tyson just got hooked by Francis Ngannou, so he was playing real freaking safe in this one. He was only throwing jabs, multiple jabs, not even crosses this time. And was whenever Ngannou tried to freaking power punch him, he used to just hug him. Tyson Fury played as safe as possible. But it didn't pan out the way Tyson Fury must have thought, because again, this round was won by Francis Ngannou. Let me show you the proof. Total punches thrown by Tyson Fury was 27 and only 6 landed. Whereas total punches thrown by Francis Ngannou was 23 and out of which 8 landed. So this round went to Francis Ngannou by 34.8% and Fury's 22.2%. Now except round 1, all the round 2, 3, 4 went to Francis Ngannou. Now, the fifth round started with Fury being energetic and coming back into the fight. He was really energetic this time. He was not scared. He was taking risks. Again, the same strategy, jab, 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 but this time a cross and a hook. He was playing more aggressive. He was taking more risks, and that panned out actually. Francis forgot that he's in a boxing match, so he started playing UFC. He started throwing power punches all together, like power hooks, power uppercuts, power cross. Everything was power. I can see a little bit Mike Tyson in him because he was in the posture of Mike Tyson. It looked really cool because it kind of reminded me of Mike Tyson from behind. So Tyson was very light and on his feet, and it's a quick jab and cross, jab, 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 cross, quick, everything quick and back, and kind of again, hugging him again and again and again. That was a really good strategy, and that panned out. So in this round, total 11 power punches was thrown by Tyson Fury and only 4 landed. And Francis threw 13 power punches, out of which only 3 landed. So total punches thrown by Fury was 22, out of which 9 landed. Francis threw 27 punches, out of which 6 landed. So obviously this went to Tyson Fury. Now comes the round 6. Whatever. Now in this, Tyson was really fast, really freaking fast. To be honest, he was more fast than the beginning of the match in this round. He was more agile with his footwork. He did a little rope-a-dope. When Francis Ngannou was throwing punches at him, power punches at him, he used the elasticity of the rope to dodge the punch. That was beautiful, amazing thing. He was playing pretty carefully in this round. It's like double jab, triple jab, 4 times jab, and then whenever he saw a gap, whenever he saw an opportunity, he threw a cross or a hook and then immediately hugged him. Whenever Francis tried to throw him some punches, he was very careful not to sway back or not to do anything, any slip or dodge. He just went straight into him, so that there is no chance of getting hit. That was a really smart play from Tyson Fury. He was playing real smart in this. Again, Francis Ngannou was kind of went into the UFC mindset and just kept on throwing punches, really hard punches. And by the score of it, you can see Fury threw 23 punches, out of which 9 landed. And Ngannou threw 24 punches, out of which 5 landed. Total jabs attempted 18, landed 7 by Fury, and Ngannou only managed to land 1 punch, 1 jab on Fury out of 9 that he attempted. Fury only threw 5 power punches, only out of which 2 landed. So it's a really smart play. As you can see, he was not focusing on power. He was only focusing on, so that I can just land a jab on his face. And Ngannou actually landed 4 powerful punches out of 14 that he threw. So he was totally going all out on him. He was in UFC mindset. Again, who won? Tyson Fury, because he attempted less and landed more. Ngannou attempted way more and landed comparatively less. Now you can say Tyson's experience came into play, because that's what he was doing, using his experience. He knew that I don't have to go all in. I don't have to be a freaking UFC fighter here. I have to use my boxing experience. And that's what he was doing from round 7 to round 8 to round 9. Again, round 7, 17 punches thrown by Fury, 5 landed. And Francis Ngannou also managed to land 5 punches, but he attempted 20 punches. And that's where the disparity is. Again, power punches. Ngannou landed 4 power punches, but he attempted 11. But Fury attempted 4 power punches and landed 3. You see the difference? The ratio, effectiveness matters, not punching more. No, punching more doesn't matter. Effectiveness matters. Now, Francis Ngannou actually tried to counter Tyson Fury's hugs by throwing 2 uppercuts. So he was frustrated by his sweaty chest hairs, but that didn't discourage Tyson Fury from not engaging in scuffling. And then also Tyson Fury took his revenge just afterwards. He He threw like two or three uppercuts on Francis Ngannou. Now round 8. Tyson freshness didn't go away in this round. He was still fresh. He was still light on his feet. He was more careful a bit. He was throwing jabs. His technique was the same. The whole overall the freaking same technique. Double, triple jab, then a cross. Double, triple jab. Then whenever he saw a gap, across, then hug, immediately hug. Whenever Francis Ngannou tried to throw hard punches, powerful punches, Francis, to be honest, I only saw powerful punches from Francis Ngannou because he threw like 29 punches. He 29 powerful punches, out of which 7 landed. And Tyson Fury also threw like 15 powerful punches, out of which 6 landed. So total attempted punches by Tyson Fury was 29 as comparison to Francis Ngannou's punches, which was 39. So out of 29, Fury landed 9 punches. And out of 39, Francis landed 10 punches. Huge difference in effectiveness. So he lost the round again. So round 9 was the worst for Francis Ngannou because he was kind of lethargic. He was tired, I guess. He just kept on throwing hard punches like a UFC fighter. Tyson Fury was still light on his feet. He was really good. He was not taking any risks whatsoever. I guess Tyson by now knew that any new punches, any freaking experiment is going to end up in loss for Tyson Fury. So he didn't take any risks whatsoever. He just kept on throwing jabs, multiple jabs. And Fury attempted like 17 jabs, out of which 5 he landed. And Ngannou attempted 9 jabs, out of which only 1 jab he managed to land. I guess because in UFC fight, jab is considered more of a distance creation rather than point scoring. So fighters don't actually count jabs as a real punch. Most of the times they try to create distance with it. Obviously there are jab knockouts in UFC, but most of the times it is considered to freaking maintain distance. And that's why I guess Ngannou had a habit of just keeping the person at bay. He tried to control his punches, but didn't happen. And with power punches, Fury attempted 6 power punches, 3 landed. Ngannou attempted 7 power punches, out of which 1 landed. So Ngannou managed to land 2 punches in this whole round. Very bad round for Ngannou. Last round, 10 on 10, baby. Yeah. Now because it was last round, and I think Fury knew that he has sort of won the whole match. So he was extremely careful. There were no crosses, there were no hooks by Tyson Fury whatsoever. He was not throwing anything. And Ngannou was kind of, trying to stop himself from throwing punches, but kept on throwing anyway because he was tired and he's a UFC fighter, has a UFC experience. So total punches attempted by Fury was 14, out of which he landed 6. That's really good. Close to 50%, 42.9% to be accurate. So how extremely careful Tyson Fury was in this. On the other hand, as I said, lack of boxing experience, and Ngannou attempted 22 punches, out of which he managed to land only 4. It's one-sided victory for Tyson Fury. There was no way. See, with all these technical details out, now you can gauge that how mathematical the judgment of boxing is. The power punches in this round, Fury attempted 6 power punches, out of which he landed 2. And Ngannou threw 7 powerful punches, out of which he landed 2. It's a whole different ball game when it comes to boxing. It is very different. You have to be an effective puncher. Not only know how to escape punches, how to do slip, bob and weave, but also know how to be really accurate while throwing punches, and your punches should land. So you have to count your punches in this game. It's not like UFC, whatever missed, whatever hit, doesn't matter because most of the fights end up in knockout or a choke or a lock, breaking of a joint or a knockout. It's not how it happens in boxing. You have to be very careful with experienced boxers. Very careful. UFC is way different than boxing. Totally different. Feels don't matter much in boxing. Hard freaking math works. Hard facts work in boxing. Hard facts suggest that Tyson Fury was a clear winner whatsoever. All these YouTubers and Instagrammers claiming, oh, he was cheated. No, here are the facts. Look at the facts. Yeah, now there might be a bias in what judges considered as power punches from Fury and what they considered as power punches and normal punches from Ngannou. There might be some difference there. But overall, Tyson Fury won this fight hands down. Hands down, he's the winner. Tyson Fury dominated this fight in 6 different rounds. And only first 4 rounds, just like a UFC fighter, Francis Ngannou dominated Tyson Fury. And the rest of the 6 rounds went to Tyson Fury. Okay? That's how it is. These are the hard facts. I hope they made you bleed from your cloaca because I love that. Thank you. Subscribe, like, hit the bell if you like my videos. Thank you. Thanks a lot.